I know. You all want to see the Speed Sausage Project 250 mile an hour RC car. Next video. Subscribe so you don't miss it. So this is the Project World's Fastest RC car. And in the last video, we got it to go 173 mile an hour and then crashed. Oh, in this video, we're going to give it double the power and then try again. So this is the biggest motor ever fitted to an RC speed car. Just check out the size of it compared to a soda can. In this video, we're going to fit 2 of them. Then we got to go over it all and repair some damage that we did from that crash. And then, in this video, we're going to take it out, give it a speed run and see how fast this thing can go with 2 motors and double the power. Now, I'm aiming to go over 205 mile an hour to beat the world record. Hopefully, guys, in this video, we've got it. Or it might be a big crash. Right, let's get wrenching, then take it out for a rip. So we are going to put 2 of these motors in there. The reason for using 2 brand new ones is because this motor here has already had a bit of use, and I just want to have 2 brand new, exactly the same amount of wear, so they both work the same. Guys, check it out. This is about 60 horsepower we have sitting there. Look at the size of it. So we've got 12S lipos here. This one can take 12S, 24S, 60 horsepower. Hopefully it's all going to fit. Guys, it's gonna work! Look at that, 2 motors there, 2 ESCs there, enough room for 12S lipos on each side, 24S! Guys, this car is gonna rip. Well, at least it's gonna do something. In this video, we're gonna find out. So next, we need to find out a way of mounting it, and for that, we have this Scorched Parts dual motor mount. It's the same mount we already got here, but with another one on that side. And then, we've got these custom Perfect Pass carbon fibre drive shafts. I got Raz to make them for me, custom made, custom lengths, so that we can move this motor to the perfect location so we've got enough space to get the ESCs in. So massive thank you to Raz Schifrin for making me these. I'm going to put a link down below to Raz Schifrin's channel. He's got some of the world's fastest RC cars. At the time of filming, he's got 198 mile an hour. Because they're carbon fibre, they're lightweight, they don't flap about, you don't get any vibrations, just perfect. Look at the quality of this machining, guys. If you want to know where you can get all this stuff from, the car, the motors, all the gadgets on here, I'm going to put a link to all of that lot down below. So now this gearing here was for the old ESC, but this time we have double the power, so we need to gear accordingly. I want to gear it to over 205 mile an hour to make sure we got that record hopefully in the bag. So let's ring the expert, Raz Schifrin, and ask him what gearing I should put on it and if he even reckons it's possible.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo! Got Raz on the house.
What's up? What you got?
I am building my Project World's Fastest RC car, so I want to see your reaction to the behemouthness. You ready to see it?
Wow! You actually made them fit. I have to tell you something. If you gear it right and everything works, these have 220 potential easy.
You reckon?
Well, the power is there. If you can keep it on the ground, 220 guaranteed, almost guaranteed.
And the tyres hold up.
Yeah, but you have enough power for it.
So we could have it in the bag.
Or in a trash bag, depends on how it goes.
It's going to be in some sort of a bag. What gearing do I have to run?
A 25 spool on a 60 pinion.
And then we might have it in the bag, maybe.
Or in a trash bag, depends on
Yeah,
how it
it's
goes.
going to go in some sort of a bag.
Some sort of a bag, that's a guarantee. Bye, bye!
Bah! Bah! Right, guys, I messed up slightly. So I got these drive shafts here, custom made by Raz Schifrin, and my idea is to plonk this down wherever it lines up and then just drill new holes into the chassis. However, look. The chassis already has holes which nearly perfectly line up with the motor mount, but not quite. And because I countersunk, it's going to be very difficult to try and elongate those holes. I should have made this shaft a bit shorter, this one a bit longer. It would have fitted in perfectly, but too late now. We're going to have to do some of this action. So here's roughly how much we got to grind out. That's the easy bit. The difficult bit is going to try and make that countersinking again afterwards. So when you're grinding fiberglass, make sure that you wear a muzzle. Breathing that stuff in is not good for your lungs. And goggles, make sure you put those on. Well, it's on there. It turns. Next, we've got to put this 25 tooth spur gear on there, what Raz told me to put on. Boom! Next, let's see if the motor's fit. Boom! Next, we got to get this cover on, and because we've got such big pinion gears, we're going to have to trim a little bit out. I know, I've butchered it. Look at that quality engineering. Next, we've got to sort out this where it got pulled off. Here's the screw that come out of it, and we're just going to put in a longer one. Boom! Next, we've got to replace the splitter. Well, I've been running it too low, look. It's shaved all the way down. Also got cracks in there from where we crashed it. I've got a stock infraction one here, so I think for now we're going to stick that on there. So next, we've got to get some more LiPo batteries, solder it all up, and then we can take it out for a rip. See how fast it goes. Yes! Right, fast forward a few months. I've got my Onyx LiPo. So these LiPos here are really the Basher series LiPos. So they should have loads of power, but they are not the Speedrun series. So if we need more power later on, we can get the Speedrun batteries. So they're all going to sit like that. So all I've got to do, fit some battery buckles, some scorch parts, and some battery connectors, wire it all up, and then we can take it out for a rip. Yes! Right, here we go, get all this fitted. Boom! There we go, all wired up. Next up, I want to stiffen up the front suspension. There's a lot of weight there now, it's a little bit too soft. So, I've got these perfect pass springs. Compare that to the stock one, a lot stiffer. Boom! So I'm trying out a new trick on this one. This is standard width tyre. I've really shaved it down to be a lot thinner. The idea is that there's less wind trying to make the car backflip. Trouble is though, thinner tyre, more wear and tear, they might end up being no rubber left. Also, with all this weight in here, it might still be a little bit too soft on the front. So we're going to run it as it is. If it scrapes, Andy's got an idea.
Oh, that's fast. You nervous?
If I was in it, I'd be terrified. Because I'm not in it.
Good luck.
Here we go. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, game over! Game over! Totaled! What a mess!
Oh, what happened? Did you just lose sight,
Blew a tyre.
Blew a tyre.
Couldn't get steering back, it just...
177.1.
That's so much more power in it. I was winding up. As it went through the traps, it was still going faster and faster, and then the tyres just...
You could hear the RPM still climbing.
And then it was just going into the grass. I tried to steer it out of the grass, no hope. Salvage crew, recovery vehicle, what a mess. That tumbled and tumbled, body off, everything off.
That was a proper tumble one.
It blew a tyre, it had no steering, it just didn't want to steer. That was nowhere near full power.
You blew out the end, didn't you?
I think it blew probably about here somewhere, didn't it? No, there's the car, there's the car, there's the body.
Whoa,
oh, LiPo. Oh, ESC's out, oh no. ESC's out. Oh, let's see how bad it is. Oh, ESC's out. Oh, wheels off. I wonder if that's why it crashed.
ESC, how many light posts have you got, sir?
All the LiPos are gone. Broken the straps.
Did you have?
Had 4 in there, so there's 3 kicking around. It's not that bad. It's definitely fixable. Oh, maybe that's why I didn't steer. So I think the reason for the crash was that I had actually no perfect pass on this car. So I was doing the throttle control on my own. As I got near the end of the finish line, I still had so much power left. I was only on about half throttle. I gave it more power, but too much too soon. It spun the hex off of that wheel, making the wheel fall off. That instantly lit up all the other 3 wheels and took all the foam off. And then I was just along for the ride. The car just skidded and skidded and skidded. I couldn't slow it down. It went into the grass, flipped up, everything flew out of it. Game over. So next time out with this car, I'm going to fit the perfect pass so we get the perfect launch control. I'm also going to fit these special locking wheel nuts from M2C so that these hexes will not round off again in future. Right, back to the shop, fix it all, and have another attempt again in the future. And next video, the car you've all been waiting for, the Speed Sausage.